Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face drugstore makeup look, and I also threw in some first impressions in there. The foundation, concealer, and a few other products are all first impressions. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So the first product that I'm going to go in with is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I love this primer. This is a really good dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, I believe. Next up is the product that I am most excited to try. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex. I'm so excited to try this. I think this is supposed to be more of like a natural foundation. I love this applicator, by the way. Oh, this smells really bad. I'm not really sure how much to apply, so we're just gonna start with this. I'm just gonna put that on with the Real Techniques sponge. It's a very like light to medium coverage, which is what I was expecting. This blends out like so easily. I feel like I'm not even like rubbing my skin hard or like pouncing too hard on my skin with the sponge, and it's blending out pretty well. So that's one layer. I'm gonna add another layer. I want to see how buildable it is, if at all. I'm not really sure what the recommended way of applying this foundation is. This seems to be working really well. It has like a beautiful glow, which seems to be what I am into nowadays. I used to love like a really matte full coverage look for my foundation, but now honestly like I hate it. This is looking really beautiful. I'm liking this a lot so far. It's literally just like melting into the skin. You can still see like breakouts through this, but that's what concealer's for. It actually did a pretty good job of covering up the redness around my nose. Usually that's where I have the most problem with foundation. Next is also a new product. I'm trying the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer in the shade Ivory 330. I don't know if this is actually going to be light enough for highlighting, but we shall see. Oh wow, she's thick. I'm going to do one eye at a time, just in case. It is stinging a little bit, which honestly that can happen with like any concealer, but just wanted to mention that. I'm putting this on my eyelids as well, just to act as like an eyeshadow primer. I'm not doing like a crazy look today or anything like that, so I don't need like actual eye primer. I would just use the concealer. It looks pretty good, I think. It doesn't look dry. I know a lot of people said that they found that it looked dry on their skin, but I'm not seeing any dryness. Just gonna highlight with this. Covers breakouts pretty well, I would say. It's not like the most full coverage concealer, I can say that, because I can still see a little bit of like the blue tones in the inner corners of my eyes, but I'm not someone who color corrects or does anything like that, so that might like happen regardless. It is looking really nice though. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that concealer and just pop it right here, right in the inner corners of the eyes, because I can still see a little bit of blue peeking through. I'm gonna use this little Real Techniques brush just to tap this out. Make sure if you are going in with a second layer of concealer that you're tapping it into the skin instead of swiping, because you can just remove the concealer that you put on underneath. For baking today, I'm gonna go in with the RCMA No Color Powder. This whole thing is like $10. This is not my favorite setting powder by any means, but honestly for the price, like you really can't go wrong. It does a great job at setting your makeup. The only thing I don't love about this powder is that it is so white and it has a little bit of like a flashback to it. But if you're not taking pictures, like it's not a big deal. It does set your makeup really nicely. Now to set the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. This one's in the shade 110. I like to take this on like a beauty sponge and then go in like that and set my face. Now that we're looking really flat, it's time to bring some dimension back into the skin. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline City Bronzer, the shade 100. Hopefully we can get a nice contour with this. It doesn't look too warm, it doesn't look too powdery or anything like that, so I think I like that. I'm gonna need to like try it more. I think maybe if it was like a touch cooler in tone, I would like it more as a contour. We're gonna bake and then we shall see how it looks. I'm just gonna take that same bronzer on this Sigma E35 and I'm just gonna contour my nose a little bit. Not doing anything crazy, just to bring a little bit of warmth back to the center of the face. Now I'm just going to take this JH10 brush. This is like a really, really small, I guess, baking brush. That's what I use it for. So I know we just did bronzer, but I've really been wanting to try the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. I have the regular bronzer color, but it's way too dark for me, especially like in the winter time. So I wanted to try the light one. I'm gonna use a MAC 135 brush just because we already have so much bronzer on, so I just want like a light wash of this. Yes, that is beautiful. That is giving me like a lot of bronze, a lot of warmth, which is what I like. I do have 2 other Physicians Formula Butter products to try. I really wanted to try their blushes. I still have never tried them. So I'm very excited. This looks beautiful. This one's in the shade Plum Rose. Before I do that, I'm just going to dust off the bake. I don't really know how I feel. It's a lot more powdery than I thought for being like a butter blush, you know? That left my skin with like the most beautiful sheen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like that looks good. It looks really nice. Now I'm going to go in with some setting spray. This isn't necessarily like drugstore, like you can't get it at your drugstore, but it is affordable. It's the Morphe setting spray. Next we're going to try the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. This one is in the shade Pearl. Honestly, when I saw this online, I thought it was going to be more of like, kind of like how you see it now, like more of like a pearl color. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it almost has like a pink reflect. Oh, there, yeah, you can see it. It kind of has like a pink reflect to it. I don't know how I feel. We're gonna try it anyways. I'm just gonna take this on a Morphe M501. Just like a really small, more precise highlighting brush than I would usually use because this looks a little bit chunky. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. Pop it on my nose. So now I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to go in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one is in the shade Brunette. This is not a first impression. I've used this so many times before and I love it. I find that this brow pencil is really similar to the Anastasia ones. It is a little bit more waxy than the Benefit one, which I love. I use that one when I'm going for more of like a glam look, but I'll use this one or the Anastasia one when I want more of like a natural brow, something not so like harsh and in your face. Now for brow gel, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. This is the medium to dark one. I haven't used this in forever, but honestly, this is one of the best tinted brow gels from the drugstore. I usually only use like a clear brow gel just because this is enough color for me, but this is the only one that I have, the only brow gel that I have from the drugstore, so I'm going to use it. But it is really nice, even just on its own, just like as a light tint for your brows. So for my shadow today, I'm going to go with something really simple. I'm just going to use some of the lighter tones in the Bling Boss palette from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. This is from her Vault collection. I'm also going to use the Armed and Gorgeous one for the shade VIP. Just this shade here because I really like it as a brow and inner corner highlight. So first I'm actually just going to do that. I'm going to take this and put it under the brow. Now from the Bling Boss palette, I'm going to take the shade Hush, which is Hush Hush, which is this shade here. I'm just going to take that exact same shade, Hush Hush, and run that on the lower lash line. And then with just a little bit more of like a precise blending brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Rockstar, this one, and kind of mix it in with Hush a little bit. I'm going to blend this on the outer corners and into the crease. So now I'm going to go in with a lid color. I'm going to use, I think, Bling Bling. I'm just going to take my Morphe setting spray, spray the brush. I'm going to go back with the same color again and just apply it dry over top, and this will really make it pop. I'm going to go back in with Rockstar with that same under eye brush I used, and then I'm just going to apply a little bit of this just on the outer edges of the lower lash line. Now that we're pretty much done, I just have to add some lashes. I'm just going to spritz my face one more time. So before I go in with my lashes, I'm just going to use the Benefit Roller Liner just to draw a really thin line across the lash line. Before I throw on my falsies, I did want to put just a little bit of VIP in my inner corners. For lashes today, I'm just going to be using these Ardell Wispies. They come like this in the 5-pack. I use these all the time. I love these. Lashes are on, and now it's time to go in with a lip color. I don't have a lip liner from the drugstore, so I'm just going to use MAC Strip Down. And then I'm going to go in with the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in the shade Embellishment. And it's kind of like a purpley color to match the eyes. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this mostly full face drugstore makeup look and some first impressions. All in all, honestly, I love the way my skin looks. The foundation, the concealer, bronzer, the blush, everything was beautiful. The highlight was nice. I just don't love the color. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.